Welcome back to English Speaking Corner. This is your quiet, safe space to practice English without any pressure. Today, we are going to do something very special. You know that feeling when you watch a story or a movie about friends living together? Maybe you have watched a video recently about new roommates moving in, introducing themselves, and figuring out how to live together. It looks so easy on the screen. The characters just say, "Hi, I'm Jack," or "Hi, I'm Anne," and suddenly they are best friends. They start cooking together. They start laughing. But in real life, walking into a new house with new people is one of the most stressful moments for an English learner. Your heart beats fast. You worry about your grammar. You worry about being awkward.
That is exactly right. I remember when I moved into my first shared apartment in London. I had practiced my English for years, but the moment the door opened and my new flatmate looked at me, my mind went completely blank. I forgot everything. I just stood there with my heavy suitcase, sweating, and I think I just said, "Hello," and nothing else. It was painfully awkward.
We want to stop that from happening to you. Today, we are not just going to talk about vocabulary. We are going to build a simulator. We are going to practice the exact script you need for the first 5 minutes of meeting a new roommate or even a new colleague. We will slow that terrifying moment down. We will break it into small, manageable pieces. By the end of this episode, you will have a safety script. You will know exactly how to greet someone warmly, how to ask questions about the house so you aren't standing in silence, and most importantly, how to politely end the conversation when you get tired.
That last part is my favorite. Knowing how to leave a conversation is just as important as knowing how to start one. So take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Put on your headphones. Let's imagine you are standing at the front door. You have your bag. You are ready to speak. Let's start with a warm greeting.
When the door opens, you have about 3 seconds to set the tone. If you are too quiet, you might seem shy or unfriendly. If you are too loud, it might be intense. You want to be warm, calm, and open. The most standard greeting is obviously "nice to meet you," but we want you to sound more natural, more like a native speaker who is comfortable in the situation. A great phrase to use, especially if you have been messaging or emailing beforehand, is, "It is nice to finally put a face to the name."
That is a fantastic phrase. Put a face to the name. It means we have communicated via text or email, we know each other's names, but now I can see your face. It immediately creates a connection. It acknowledges that you already have a little bit of history. Let's listen to how that sounds in a natural speed. "Hi, I'm Tom. It's nice to finally put a face to the name."
Now I want you to try that. Imagine the door opens. You smile, you extend your hand. Listen to the rhythm again. It's nice to finally put a face to the name. Notice how we connect the words. We don't say "put a face to the name." We say "put a face to the name." It flows together like a river. Try saying it out loud now. I will leave a quiet space for you.
Great. Now, let's look at a simpler option if you haven't spoken before. Maybe you are just walking into a common room and you see someone there. You don't want to just say "hi." You want to add a little bit of feeling to it. You can say, "Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the new tenant moving into the back room."
This is important because it gives context. You are stating who you are and why you are there. I'm the new tenant moving into the back room. It explains your presence. Let's practice that variation. Imagine you walk into the kitchen. Someone is making coffee. They look up. You smile and say, "Hi, I'm the new tenant moving into the back room." Try that now.
Perfect. And remember, body language is 50% of this interaction. In English-speaking cultures, especially in the UK, USA, Canada, or Australia, eye contact is very important during this first sentence. If you look at the floor while saying "nice to meet you," it signals that you aren't confident. Even if you are terrified inside, look them in the eyes for that first sentence. It changes how they hear your English.
Exactly. Confidence makes your accent easier to understand. Now let's move to the second phase. You have said hello, you have introduced yourself. This is the danger zone. This is where the silence happens. You are standing in the hallway, they are standing in the hallway. If nobody speaks, it gets awkward very fast. To stop the silence, you need to ask questions, but not deep questions. You need logistical questions.
Logistical questions are your best friend. They're safe. They're about the house, not the person. They take the pressure off you to be interesting, and they force the other person to talk and give you information. This is often called the tour. Even if they don't offer a tour, you can start one by asking a simple question about the space.
One of the first things you deal with is shoes.
In many houses, it is polite to ask about the shoe policy immediately. It shows you are respectful and clean. You can ask, "Should I take my shoes off here, or is it okay to keep them on?"
That is a wonderful phrase because it gives two options. Should I take them off or keep them on? It shows you are considerate. Listen to the intonation. It goes up at the end of the first clause and down at the end. Should I take my shoes off here, or is it okay to keep them on? Try shadowing that.
Another crucial logistical question is about the kitchen. The kitchen is the heart of a shared house, but it is also the source of the most conflict. Who owns which shelf? Who buys the milk? You want to establish that you are respectful of boundaries right away. A great question to ask during this first interaction is there a specific cupboard I should use for my groceries?
Let's look at the pronunciation of that word, cupboard. It is spelled C-U-P-B-O-A-R-D. It looks like cupboard, but we don't say cupboard. We say cupboard. The P is silent or changes to a soft B sound, cupboard. Is there a specific cupboard I should use?
Imagine you are standing in the kitchen with your new roommate. You are holding a box of cereal. You don't want to put it in the wrong place. Ask them politely, "Is there a specific cupboard I should use?" Try it now. Speak it out loud.
Very good. Now let's add one more logistical question. This one is about shared resources. In many stories or videos about roommates, you see them sharing laundry or cleaning duties. A very practical question for your first day is about the washing machine. You can ask, "How does the laundry situation work here? Do we have a schedule?"
I love the phrase, "How does the situation work?" You can use this for anything. How does the trash situation work? How does the parking situation work? It is a very natural, native way to ask for the rules without sounding like a policeman. How does the laundry situation work? It sounds casual. Let's practice that pattern. How does the situation work?
Let's try it with trash. How does the trash situation work? Now you try.
Now try it with internet. How does the internet situation work?
Excellent. So now you have survived the greeting. You have asked some safe questions about shoes, cupboards, and laundry. The silence is broken. You are moving around the house. Now comes the third phase. We call this the vibe check. This is a bit of small talk to see if your roommate wants to be friends or if they just want to be polite and respectful cohabitants.
This is a delicate moment. You don't want to ask questions that are too personal, like, "Do you have a boyfriend?" or "How much money do you make?" Those are too aggressive for the first 5 minutes. You want neutral social questions. The classic one, which never fails, is asking about their history with the house. You can ask, "How long have you lived here?"
This is the perfect small talk starter. How long have you lived here? It is simple grammar, present perfect tense, because they started living there in the past and they still live there now. If they say 3 years, you can say, "Wow, you must really like the area." It opens up a conversation about the neighborhood. If they say only 2 weeks, you can say, "Oh, so we are both new." It creates an instant bond.
Let's practice the question first. Be careful with the flow. How long have you lived here? Note that lived connects to here. Lived here. How long have you lived here? Try asking Tom that question now.
I've lived here for about 2 years. See, it's easy. Now here's another good vibe check question. You want to know if the house is a party house or a quiet house, but you don't want to ask that directly. Instead, you can ask about the social routine. You can say, "Do you guys usually hang out together in the evenings, or does everyone do their own thing?"
This is a more advanced sentence, so let's break it down. Do you guys usually hang out? Hang out is the phrasal verb for spending time socially. Do you guys usually hang out? And then the second part, or does everyone do their own thing? Do their own thing means act independently, stay in their rooms, or live separate lives. By asking this, you are giving them permission to tell you the culture of the house.
And notice the lack of judgment. You aren't saying one way is better. You are just asking, "Do you guys usually hang out or do your own thing?" It relieves pressure. If they say, "We do our own thing," you know not to expect big dinners. If they say, "We hang out all the time," you know you might be invited to watch TV. Let's practice the first half. Do you guys usually hang out together? Try that.
Now the second half, or does everyone do their own thing?
Now put it together. It's a long sentence, so take a breath. Do you guys usually hang out together, or does everyone do their own thing?
That was really good. You are gathering so much information just by being polite. You are learning the rules, the schedule, and the social vibe. But here's the problem many learners face. They start the conversation, it goes well, and then they get stuck. They get tired. Speaking English is exhausting. Your brain is working double time. You want to stop talking, but you don't know how to walk away without being rude. You are afraid that if you just walk away, they will think you don't like them.
This is why you need an exit strategy. Phase 4 of our simulator is the graceful exit. You need a line that allows you to leave the room, go to your private space, and relax while still being friendly. The best excuse in the world when moving in is unpacking.
It is the perfect excuse. Nobody can argue with it. You can say, I'm going to go start unpacking my things, but it was really nice meeting you.
This phrase does 3 things. First, it states your action. I'm going to go start unpacking. Second, it sets a boundary. I am leaving now. Third, it validates the person. It was really nice meeting you. It leaves them feeling good, but it gets you out of the conversation. Let's listen to the tone. You should sound a little energetic, like you're ready to work on your room. Right, I'm going to go start unpacking, but it was really nice meeting you.
Let's try a variation. Maybe you aren't unpacking. Maybe you are just tired from the journey. In the roommate stories we watch, characters often arrive after a long flight. It is totally okay to say, I'm pretty exhausted from the travel, so I think I'm going to rest for a bit.
I'm pretty exhausted. That is a great phrase. It sounds more natural than I am very tired. I'm pretty exhausted from the travel. And then the polite closing. Let's catch up properly later. This is a vague promise. Later could be dinner, it could be tomorrow, it doesn't matter. It just means not now.
Let's catch up properly later. I love that. It implies that the conversation we just had was short and quick, and we will have a better, proper conversation when I have energy. It is a compliment to the other person. It says, you are worth a proper conversation, but I can't give it to you right now.
Exactly. So let's practice the unpacking exit. Imagine you have been talking for 5 minutes. You are running out of vocabulary. You feel that panic starting. Don't panic. Just use the script. Smile, point to your room thumb, and say, I'm going to go start unpacking, but let's catch up properly later. Try that now.
And there you have it. You have navigated the entire interaction. You didn't freeze. You didn't run away. You managed the first 5 minutes like a pro. Now, to make this stick in your brain, we are going to do a full simulation. Tom and I are going to act out this scene. I will be the new roommate, Sarah, arriving at the house. Tom will be the current roommate living there.
We will speak at natural but slow pace. I want you to just listen to the flow of the conversation first. Notice how we move from the greeting, to the shoes, to the kitchen, to the small talk, and finally to the exit. Listen for the phrases we just practiced.
Hi, you must be Tom. I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Yes, that's me. Welcome to the house. Come on in.
Thanks. It's so nice to finally put a face to the name.
You too. How was the journey?
It was okay, a bit long, but I'm happy to be here. This hallway is lovely. Should I take my shoes off here, or is it okay to keep them on?
Oh, you can keep them on for now while you're moving your bags. Usually we take them off at the door, though.
Got it. I'll remember that. Is this the kitchen through here?
Yeah, this is the kitchen and the living area.
It's a great size. Is there a specific cupboard I should use for my groceries, or can I put them anywhere?
Good question. We actually each have one shelf in the pantry. I've cleared the bottom one for you.
That's perfect, thanks. So how long have you lived here?
I've been here about 2 years now. It's a great spot.
2 years? You must really know the neighborhood then. Do you guys usually hang out together in the evenings, or does everyone mostly do their own thing?
It's a mix. We usually have a movie night on Fridays, but during the week, everyone is pretty busy with work.
That sounds like a nice balance. I'd love to join movie night sometime. Well, look, I'm going to go start unpacking my things, but let's catch up properly later.
Sounds good, Sarah. Let me know if you need help with anything.
Thanks, Tom. See you in a bit.
Okay, scene end. How did that feel to listen to? Did you recognize the steps? It wasn't scary, was it? It was structured. Now we are going to do something a little more challenging. We are going to do the simulation again, but this time I am going to be silent. I will play Tom and you will play Sarah.
This is your turn to speak. Tom will say his line, and then we will leave a silence. In that silence, you need to say the line that Sarah said. Don't worry if you don't get the words exactly perfect. Just try to get the meaning and the politeness right. Remember step 1, the greeting. Step 2, the shoes. Step 3, the cupboard. Step 4, the vibe check. Step 5, the exit.
Are you ready? You are standing at the door. I open it. Hi, Sarah. Yes, that's me. Welcome to the house. Come on in.
Thanks. It's so nice to finally put a face to the name.
You too. How was the journey?
It was okay. Should I take my shoes off here, or is it okay to keep them on?
Oh, you can keep them on for now while you're moving your bags. Usually we take them off at the door though.
Got it. Is there a specific cupboard I should use for my groceries?
Good question. We actually each have one shelf in the pantry. I've cleared the bottom one for you.
That's perfect. How long have you lived here?
I've been here about 2 years now. It's a great spot.
2 years. Do you guys usually hang out together, or does everyone do their own thing?
It's a mix. We usually have a movie night on Fridays, but during the week everyone is pretty busy.
Well, I'm going to go start unpacking my things, but let's catch up properly later.
Sounds good. Let me know if you need help with anything.
Well done. Take a deep breath. You just had a full English conversation with a roommate. If you stumbled or couldn't remember the words, that is completely normal. That is why this is a podcast. You can rewind just this last section and try it again and again until the words, "Is there a specific cupboard?" feel as easy as saying hello.
Repetition is the key to confidence. The reason those characters in the movie sound so natural is because they have a script. Now you have a script too. You don't have to invent the language in the moment of high stress. You just have to remember greeting, logistics, vibe, exit.
One thing I want to highlight from that dialogue is the reaction phrases. Did you notice when Tom said he had lived there for 2 years? I didn't just say, okay. I said, 2 years? You must really know the neighborhood. Reacting to the answer is just as important as asking the question. It shows you are listening.
That is a great point. If you just ask question after question, how long have you lived here? Do you hang out? Where is the cupboard? It sounds like an interrogation. It sounds like a police interview. You need that little bridge. Oh, 2 years. That is a long time. Or, oh, a movie night. That sounds fun. These little bridges make you sound friendly.
Let's practice a few of those bridge phrases or reaction phrases before we finish today. These are small words you can carry in your pocket to keep the conversation smooth. If someone shows you the kitchen, you can say, "Oh, it's really spacious."
Or if they show you the bathroom, you can say, "Nice, it looks very clean."
If they tell you a rule, like no loud music after 10 p.m., you can say, "That sounds fair."
That sounds fair. This is a brilliant phrase. It means I agree with the rule and I think it is reasonable. It is a very mature, roommate-friendly thing to say. No shoes in the house. That sounds fair. We share the cost of toilet paper. That sounds fair.
Try saying that now. Imagine a rule you might hear. Please wash your dishes immediately. Say, "That sounds fair."
It immediately diffuses any tension. It shows you are going to be an easy person to live with. And really, that is your goal in this first meeting. You don't need to be the funniest person in the world. You don't need to have perfect grammar. You just need to show that you are respectful, open, and easygoing.
I think we should talk a little bit about what to do if you didn't understand something. In the simulation, everything went perfectly. Tom spoke clearly, but in real life, maybe Tom speaks very fast. Maybe he mumbles. Maybe he has a strong accent. What do you do then? Do you just pretend to understand?
No, never pretend to understand instructions in a shared house. That is how fights start later. If you pretend you understood the recycling rules and then you put glass in the paper bin, people will get annoyed. It is much better to ask for clarification right at the start.
But you don't want to say what or "I don't understand." It feels a bit blunt. A polite way to ask someone to repeat themselves in this context is, "Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again?"
I didn't quite catch that. It is softer than "I didn't hear you." It suggests that the sound just missed your ear. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that about the trash. Which bin is for plastic?
Or another option, "My English is a work in progress. Could you speak a little slower?" There is no shame in this. Most people are very kind if you are honest. If you smile and own it, they will help you.
Absolutely. So let's review our toolkit for today. We have the face to the name greeting. We have the shoe and cupboard questions. We have the do you guys hang out vibe check. We have the unpacking exit. And now we have the I didn't quite catch that safety net.
You are fully armed. You are ready. But listening to this episode once is not enough. Your brain understands the logic now, but your mouth muscles need to learn the movement. This is what we call muscle memory. Just like playing the piano or kicking a football, speaking requires physical repetition.
I recommend you listen to the simulation part of this video 3 or 4 times this week. Do it while you are washing the dishes or walking to the bus. Mumble the answers under your breath. I'm the new tenant. Is there a specific cupboard? I'm going to go start unpacking.
If you do this, the next time you meet someone new, even if it isn't a roommate, maybe it is just a friend of a friend, these phrases will be there waiting for you. You won't have to search for them. They will just pop out.
And if you enjoyed this calm, practical approach to English, you should know that living with people involves more than just introductions. There is conflict. There is setting boundaries. There is saying no to a party when you want to sleep.
That is true. Introduction is just day 1. Day 2 is when reality sets in. In our next episode, we are going to tackle the difficult conversations. We are going to teach you how to politely refuse a request or ask someone to be quiet without sounding rude. It is a superpower for anyone living in a second language.
You won't want to miss that. It will save you a lot of stress. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you get that lesson as soon as it arrives.
For today, your small challenge is this. Find a mirror, look at yourself in the eyes, smile, and say, "Hi, I'm your name. It is nice to finally put a face to the name." Do it 5 times. Get comfortable with your own friendly face.
It sounds silly, but it works. Confidence starts with you. Thank you for spending this time with us in the English-speaking corner. We are so proud of the work you're putting in.
Every minute you listen, every phrase you shadow, you are getting better. Keep practicing, stay calm, and we will speak to you very soon. Goodbye for now.
See you later.